Right, one more act in this section is Jamie Clinton. Make some noise to Jamie Clinton! Hello, Liverpool. How we doing? Hey, another Scottish person. Here we go. I heard Have a Word had their podcast in Glasgow last night. That's how we all got here. Adam just piled us all into a fucking van on the way down. I was like, here we go, let's go on. As I say, I'm from Glasgow. Anyone here from Glasgow? Because none of you are from fucking Liverpool. Anyone here from Glasgow? Woo! Where about? Fuck off, Edinburgh. You live in England. Right? Fucking castle prick. Anyway, whereabouts in Glasgow are you from? White Inch? Oh, I don't know. I'm from Govan Hill. I think I'm harder than you. I used to live in Allison Street. You familiar? Oh, see that? Hear that groan? You hear that fucking groan, right? Allison Street is the only place I've ever seen an abandoned police van. like, it was like something out of a fucking World War fucking Z movie or something. You know what I mean? It's just wandering up. It's just at the edge of Westmoreland Street. Irrelevant to you, but it was just at this edge. Van fucking wide open, doors open. It's fucking a terrifying place. That is a very, very terrifying place. The scariest thing about Govan Hill is that any sort of medium-sized ginger woman from the back might be Stacey Dooley. Like, you're just constantly on fucking high alert, and there's a lot of ginger people in Scotland as well. But I don't actually live in Glasgow now. I live in York. Social. Oh, I know, right? Social climber. How middle class am I? But yeah, I actually live in York, and I actually really like being Scottish in England. You feel a little bit more exotic until an Irishman turns up. Honestly, it's fucking brutal. It's like when someone taller than me turns up. I'm 6'3". Do you know how hard it is to get someone taller than me to turn up, and then they just fucking ruin the vibe? But living in York, the vast majority, I mean, obviously Liverpool's a very, very similar city to Glasgow, very big football city as well. But the most patronising thing about living in England is constantly being told by Leeds fans that your football team couldn't make it in the Premier League. Like, just that's all you fucking hear of them, and they're desperate to try and find out what team you support. Is you might be able to work out as we go through this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But as I say, so I'm a single man. We're single people. Woo. You sound a bit heartbroken, really, to be honest. It was like, I'm fucking getting there. Woo. Slay. But yeah, being single's hard. The reason being single's hard is because people don't use dating apps the way they're supposed to use them. So I'm assuming we're all familiar with Tinder. Unhappy gentleman in the front, Kieran. What's Tinder for? Have you never used Tinder? Okay, so what's it for? Like this is, you're not under police interrogation, Kieran. Like, you don't need to establish an alibi. It's just, I'm asking you what an app does. Hookup app, thank you for saying it. It is not for trying to establish a relationship. You are ruining my good time. Right? And that's the thing, is that there are already apps for people who want to find relationships. Sometimes when you're a travelling comedian, you just need to find someone who's just got as low self-esteem as you for one evening. Right? Right? Sometimes gigs don't go well. Right? And you need cheering up. But there's other apps, as I say, you've got things like Hinge. Hinge is a good one. Anyone use Hinge? No? Nobody? No? Thank you. I should fucking think so. I'm starting to feel like I'm on the telly here. Like, no one... Hey, yeah, you're fucking giving Danny all the chat. He's got your fucking national insurance number. Nobody's fucking talking to me. Like, honestly, I feel very fucking left out here. But like, as I say, like, and then I started to do a bit of online digging. You get things like you start to find the religious dating apps or dating sites as well. So you got single Christian, single Muslim, and then like. I just had a look. Like, I haven't converted, right? Jesus, right? Fucking hell. But the weirdest one was singleamish.com. Like, that is a real website. That is fucking real. I don't know if someone's taking the piss, right? But I think it's real, right? And because of the thing that you get in the Amish community called Rumspringa. Is anyone familiar with Rumspringa? Yeah, what's Rumspringa? Exactly, yes, they go wild and they do loads of meth and drink alcohol and just go fucking mental, right? Because they're all American meth. If it was here, we'd do heroin like fucking proper human beings. Fucking meth, right? But like, so there's this guy that had a pretty rad rumspringer decided that he was going to like set up like almost like a networking kind of community of like dating between Amish communities, which I imagine is like pretty basic. It must just be handwritten letters until one day you receive an oil painting of his cock. You know what I mean? You just get a larger package one day wrapped in brown paper and fucking rope, and it is just a big oily dick. That's all it is. Like, Jesus. But I do also have a confession, Liverpool. I don't know about anyone else, but I am not over the Titan submarine. Like, 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 it was. I mean, it was nice to already have like been like Danny not believing that we don't have ADHD. I have undiagnosed ADHD. I'm confident, and the reason for that is because I get hyper focused on shit like the Titan sub. Right? Hyper focus works really well because you can educate yourself really, really quickly. But there's also other times where you just get really obsessed with a new flavour of crisps. Like mate, I spent £30 in a month on fiery prawn cocktail walkers. Mate, fucking honestly. Right, get into my overdraft for crisps. It's fucking absolutely mental. But the reason why I'm obsessed with the Titan submarine is just because like the more and more you learn about it, like the more like you can't believe that it happened. Like it's mental that there was a billionaire more mental than Elon Musk. Like the guy bragged to a reporter that he wanted to get on the sub that he was using expired carbon fiber to build it, which is a really the way he tried to convince him was by like saying things like, "Oh, it's fine that the expiry dates that they put on them they're meant to last much longer than you think," which is the same approach that I take to eggs. Like. Which, you know, when you get a bad egg and you put it in the water and ironically it will float to the top. You know what I mean? Still intact as well. But like... right? But fuck those people, man. Like, apart from the kid that didn't want to be there because his dad gaslit him, right? Like, fair enough. Like, fair. I feel yeah, he's not in the jokes, right? It's only the other. Like we feel bad for him, right? Fuck the billionaires, though, right? I don't really care about those people. But like, it got me thinking because obviously, like, Celine Dion made it back into the top 50 when the Titan sub thing happened, which is the fucking honestly, like, honestly. White women be wild, like, honestly, it's the fucking best thing ever. But like, also what happened as well is that they started to like just start deleting content off Twitter, like, and Instagram and all these other things, like just cover it up was instant sort of the go-to. When in fact, I don't think they should have done that or shut the business down. I think they should have sold it to Dignitas. Like, yeah, don't you? You could rebrand it, the Jack Cousteau package. You know who Jack Cousteau is? Yeah, there we go. See, I don't know anyone else know who Jack Cousteau is. Yeah, you're showing your age. There we go. Fantastic. Trying to think what else. With the Titanic as well, it reminded me that James Cameron also shoehorned a sex scene into that movie for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Like, especially when you look at the context of the sex scene, like they had sex in like the car, which I always thought was a Model T. It wasn't. It was a 1912 Renault Coupe de Vie. Right? Just in case you were wondering. But as I say, like, he has to have shoehorned that in, and I can only imagine because James Cameron did the whole sort of like drone exploration thing of the Titan sub before he went in. And I wonder what that looked like in the sort of writer's room, being like, "Hey, is that a car? Is that a car?" Yes, sir. Yes, it's a Renault 1912 Coupe de Vie. Think anyone ever fucked in it? We're really not sure, sir. We're really not sure. I bet someone fucked in it. So, but yeah. Trying to think what else. The light's just gone on, so I don't think I've got enough to do my closing joke. Oh, that's fine. There we go. So I've spoken a wee bit about dating apps. Anyone want to hear about getting my heart broken? Of course you do. So as I say, I'm a bit of a hypocrite here because I use Tinder to find myself a relationship. It's fine, she left me, right? Remember the context of this story, right? So because I'm a very difficult person to be with in a relationship, as you can imagine, being a comic, just, right? So, fucking nightmare to be with, right? So after 3 months, one sign of trouble, I panic, hit the panic button, boom, and I decide it's all over. But also, because I like to work on myself, I have conversations with my therapist about why I maybe do these things and why I end these relationships pretty abruptly. Decide over the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks that I love this girl, and I'm going to tell her that I love her. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to turn up at her house with flowers because I'm a child of the 90s and I was raised on grand romantic gestures. Okay? So I decide after football in my full Glasgow football team kit. Right? Right? I had a jacket on. Right? I turn up with flowers and I call her. Call declined, not just goes to voicemail, call declined, right? Not a good fucking start, right? So I then send her a text. I say, are you still at home? She's like, yeah, I'm just watching TV with my parents. She's 26. Just to confirm, she is 26. She's just bad living scenario at the minute. But anyway, so I turn up with flowers. She doesn't want to come out and see me, and I'm obviously left there absolutely fucking heartbroken, right? Because I've never done anything like that before. It took a lot for me to go and do that. So I decide to walk to the corner of the street where the lamppost is, and I need to set the maps to get home. And then I see a dog walker walking towards me. And because I've smoked hash since the age of 14, right, I'm a very paranoid individual. And as this man gets closer and closer, I start to panic and I don't know what to do. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm holding these flowers. He's got the dog. He's judging me. I'm like, he knows you're a loser. So as he gets closer and closer, I panic and I put the flowers down next to the lamppost and pretend it's the site of a road traffic accident. And as I say, tears in my eyes, and I just got like a kind of like from him as he walked past, and then I had to cycle home. But yeah, so it's pretty fucking grim, innit? That happened like last Tuesday. Like that's how talented I am. But anyway, I've been Jamie Clinton. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can at Panic at the Asda. It's been a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
Jamie Clinton, everybody!